Hi, this is Ken, and yes, I do love network marketers. I want to pass along a story that a lot of people have heard me say, and over the years, I've talked about my brother a lot. My older brother, I got a lot of brothers, but anyway, my older brother, um, my oldest brother, he's been in sales for probably about 30 years, and he has sold a lot of things in his lifetime, a lot of different systems and things of that nature. And he's always been successful. He's always been successful because of some of the things that Napoleon Hill talks about all the time. And that is you have to have goals, and you set goals and you go after them and you chase them down. And my brother Kelly, I consider him a master salesman because no matter what industry he gets involved in, he becomes successful at it. And it's pretty funny. And what I wanted to talk about is, like I said, a story that I have related to a lot of people about the sales process, and everybody is in the sales process. Let's face it. If you're involved in network marketing, you're involved in the sales process because you are looking to have people either join your team, focus on a product that you're selling, or recruitment. Everything is sales in this world, pretty much. And the story I like to talk about is basically or the point that I want to make is when you're out in the field, when you're building your business, don't ever prejudge anybody. You don't know who is going to get into your business and blow this thing up and just tear it apart. You don't know that. Um, I had experience with a gentleman who got involved in my business many years ago and absolutely went crazy. And his first meeting, he had, I think it was 60 people there. And it was kind of scary because we didn't know what to do with the growth at the time. But we, like they say, we got a program for that. But anyway, back to my brother and not prejudging. I have not been out on a lot of sales calls with him over the years. In fact, I think I've only been out on one, and this is the one that I talk about in my story. It's already in the book that I'm going to have published pretty soon, and all that. But he took me on a sales call, and he was selling his product, and I was sitting in a room with him watching him sell, and he was talking about the product and what it did, the features, the benefits, and all those things, and how it's going to fill the need of the company that he was trying to get their business. The gentleman that was sitting across from him had he didn't look like he was very interested. He had his arms crossed. If you looked under his desk, he had his feet crossed, and he was leaning back, which to me showed me every sign of someone that was not interested in what was being said. And a couple of times he even looked at his watch, and he was giving every indication that he was not interested. And it was, to me, I was saying, this is pretty much a waste of your time. I was saying that to myself because this guy is not going to sign anything. He's not going to do anything because he's obviously not interested in what you're saying. Well, my brother finally finished his, what do you want to call, pitch or his discussion with that prospective buyer. And he looked at him, smiled, and he told the gentleman something that I thought it was amazing. My brother reached into his shirt pocket, pulled out his pen, and said, "Here, you can use my pen." And I thought at that point, okay, now we're out of here. He's going to basically say, "Oh, thanks, but no thanks." Well, the gentleman just looked at my brother, didn't say a word. He picked up the pen and said, "Where do I sign?" And that absolutely blew my mind because, like I said before, I saw every indication that this gentleman was not interested in anything that my brother had to say. He picked up the pen. He asked, "Where does he sign?" My brother showed him where to put his signature. He signed the contract, got up, shook hands, and we left. And I learned a lesson that day. And I asked my brother, "What happened?" I said, "How did every indication showed me that he was not interested in buying your product. What just happened?" And my brother smiled and said, "I gave him my pen." And The story or the moral of this story is basically this: no matter who you're talking to, if there is a need for what you have and you're able to solve their problem, which is what my brother was there to do, because that's what sales is all about. Sales is all about solving a problem. And I learned a long time ago, you can make millions of dollars if you become good at solving problems. You don't prejudge anyone, you just find out what their problem is and show them how to solve it. So, what I want to emphasize here is that when you walk past people and make judgments about their ability or lack of ability or your perceived um, perception of them or what they may or may not do, you may be walking past someone who is going to be a millionaire in someone else's business. So don't ever prejudge anybody, because everybody is looking for their problem to be solved. And whatever business model you're involved in, you're in that business model to do one thing, and that is provide a solution to their problem. And so you go out there and never, ever judge or prejudge anyone based on what you think they may or may not do, because I guarantee you, you're walking past a lot of income every day of your life when you prejudge people. So go out there, touch some lives, and remember, don't prejudge anyone. Give everybody the opportunity to be successful, because that's what it's all about. Go out there and touch some lives.